وقال المصنف رحمه الله ونؤمن بملك الموت والموكل بقبض أرواح العالمين. We believe in the angel of death who has been charged with taking out the souls of the people.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Again, this point is a continuation of the previous point regarding believing in the honorable angels. And the author, rahimahullah ta'ala, said here that we as Muslims, or in particular Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, believe in the angel of death that has been appointed or charged with taking out the souls of people. As we said previously, my dear respected brothers and sisters, that Allah Jalla wa Ala created angels, and those angels, this is the second point, those angels have been created in order to obey Allah Jalla wa Ala and not disobey Allah Jalla wa Ala, as Allah Jalla wa Ala described them in the Quran. Also that Allah Jalla wa Ala gave certain angels certain functions to carry out. And the last thing, that they have certain qualities. Some of them have certain qualities mentioned in the Quran. We have to believe in all these 4 points. Some angels, as we said, have certain functions. And one of those angels, either one or a category of angels, have been created in order to take the life of people, to take the soul of people. Now, death takes place by the angel or the angels of death. Now, death, is it particular for the death of human beings, or is it general for death of any living beings? Allahu A'lam. In another word, if any creature dies, an animal or an insect died, has it died because of the angel? The angel took the soul of that animal or that insect? Allahu A'lam. But definitely the human beings, when they die because of their life has been taken by the angel or the angels of death. And this angel or angels of death has been mentioned in a number of ayat in the Quran. Allah Jalla wa Ala says, قُلْ يَتَوَفَّاكُمْ مَلَكُ الْمَوْتِ الَّذِي وُكِّلَ بِكُمْ ثُمَّ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكُمْ تُرْجَعُونَ in Surah Al-Sajdah. The angel of death takes, the angel of death who is in charge of you will take your souls. However, in certain ayat, Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioned that there are angels of death. For example, you know the very famous ayah in Surah An-Nisa, the ayah that is related to Hijrah. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَوَفَّاهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ ظَالِمِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. Those whom malaika, angels, take their life while in a state of dhulm for themselves. Also, Allah Jalla wa Ala says, حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتُ تَوَفَّتْهُ رُسُلُنَا. When the time of death comes to one of you, our rusul, which is the angels, take his life. So it is mentioned that there is an angel of death or angels of death. Is there any contradiction? There is no contradiction, because as it has been explained also in some hadith, that the angel of death comes to take the soul of the person, and then the other angels of death will carry out certain other functions related to taking the soul of the person. Carry his soul, takes his soul to, or take his soul to the heavens, and so on. So there is no contradiction between mentioning the angel of death and the angels of death. The other point that is mentioned here, and the commentator commented on it, he said that the spirit, what does the spirit mean? The spirit. And what is the spirit? Ar-Ruh. First of all, it is the consensus of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah that the spirit is created. So it is not an attribute of Allah Jalla wa Ala. No, it is created. It has been attributed to Allah because any of His creation can be attributed to Him Jalla wa Ala. هذا خلق Allah. This is the creation of Allah. So when Allah Jalla wa Ala attributed ar-ruh min ruhi, it doesn't mean that it is one of His attributes, but it is one of His creation that has been attributed to Him. So this is the first thing about the ruh. The other thing is, the reality of this ruh is known by Allah Jalla wa Ala alone. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. They ask you about the ruh. Tell them, Ya Muhammad, that the ruh belongs to Allah Jalla wa Ala. No one understands it. So then the scholars discussed, so what is this ruh? Is it a body? What is it? Okay, is it just a description? And they say that the best way to describe a ruh is to say that it is a body. Maybe it's not that tangible, but it is sort of a body that penetrates the physical body, the jism, the physical body that we see, likes the oil that exists in the olive. Now the olive has an oil. Where is the oil? It can be extracted at one point, but at one point it has penetrated the physical body of the olive itself in a way that we cannot see the oil except if it is extracted. Similarly, they say that the ruh, the spirit, it is in our bodies, and that can be extracted from our bodies, and once it is extracted and once it leaves our bodies, then the death takes place. Okay? And this leads us to the next point, which is death. What is death? And they said that we have two main opinions regarding death. They say that death is the end of everything, including the ruh. So the ruh, the spirit, dies, so there is no more ruh. So my ruh, I am Haytham al-Haddad, I have a body, and my ruh, okay, that penetrates my body and that is there in my body. So this ruh of Haytham al-Haddad also dies. Okay, so this is one opinion. The other opinion, they say now that the ruh does not die, means does not come to an end and then resurrected, okay, after it vanishes. No, they say that death is when the ruh leaves the body. So when Allah Jalla wa Ala created the ruh of anyone, my ruh, Allah Jalla wa Ala created it, and then Allah Jalla wa Ala put it in this body, my body. When I die, Allah Jalla wa Ala takes it. So it does not end, it does not come to an end. And they say that when the person dies, he dies in the dunya in front of our eyes. And his ruh left his body and it will be somewhere else. Either it will be punished or it will be favored with the na'im of Allah Jalla wa Ala. It does not vanish. So when I die, the ruh leaves my body and my body will be buried, and then my ruh will be still there, either punished. I ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to protect me from the punishment of the grave, and or either it will be put in Rawda min Riyad al-Jannah, in the grave, which will be part of Jannah, and it will be favored and enjoy part of the favors that Allah Jalla wa Ala decreed. So it will not vanish, it will not die, it will not come to an end. And they said once the ruh is created, it will continue forever, although it did not it was not there for ever in the past. So this is the concept of the ruh, and this is the meaning of death. And they say that if we say that death means this, the separation between the physical body and the ruh, then this meaning of the death for the ruh is clear, and this meaning reconciles between all ayat and ahadith regarding death. Okay, this is maybe these are the main points regarding this article, which is وَنُؤْمِنُ بِمَلَكِ الْمَوْتِ الْمُوَكَّلِ بِقَبْضِ أَرْوَاحِ